हाँ हो तो रहा है वैसे।
हाँ, एक्टिविटी वहाँ है, वो सिर्फ ऐसे कर देते ना, वहाँ नहीं होती एक्टिविटी, इसलिए।
देखो एक बार। ठीक है।
थैंक यू। देखो बेटा, टेस्ट करो, बताओ। कौन सा वाला है इंटरव्यू तेरा? तू एक टाइप की कोई शीट वगैरह बना ले मैनेज करने के लिए, इंटरव्यूज वगैरह, जॉब जॉब कंपनी वगैरह का, मुझे पता है। है। हाँ मजा आ रहा है।
अच्छा, अदरक हरी मिर्च सब कर दी ना पहले ही।
हाँ मेरे सब होता है।
चलो बढ़िया है। लेना है अचार, घी ले ले।
नहीं नहीं अच्छा है।
ओ ये क्या हुआ?
लिया वो
देख चुका है। अच्छा
हाँ
सच्ची में बढ़िया है।
हाँ नमक एक कौन तरीके से प्रॉपर
हरी मिर्च का आ रहा है फ्लेवर।
है।
हरी मिर्च का फ्लेवर आ रहा है।
फ्लेवर पता नहीं बट और अच्छा है।
ओवरऑल अदरक का आ रहा है।
हैं?
अदरक की आ रही है कुछ।
ध्यान देके खाता हूँ।
हाँ तो उतना नहीं होगा ना, तभी तो नहीं आ रही। ये आलू बढ़िया है भाई, ओ बहुत ही बढ़िया।
आधी हल्की क्या है?
अच्छा आ जाओ सीधे।
और नहीं चाहिए।
सीख रहा है लो खा लो।
मैं खा लेना है, कॉल भी है मेरी।
तो 5 बजे है अभी छोटा। अच्छा अच्छा प्रियंक तुम्हें दे दें?
कोई जरूरत नहीं है, घर है।
अच्छा ठीक है नहीं दे बस। आ जाओ प्रियंक।
भाई मैं नहीं लगा बटन में भी कोई यहाँ पे चैट चल रही है तो वो चैट चल रही है नहीं छोड़ पाऊंगा अभी तो लगा
अभी मेरा ऑर्डर करना रहा था अच्छा लग रहा है
बटन ले ला दे
कहाँ से लाऊं अभी
इसी से तो अगर पहले लाने को कह रहा हूँ उसमें तो रेस्टोरेंट डिस्काउंट नहीं मिलता सिर्फ स्विगी का 10% वगैरह ये सब होता है ला दे प्लीज कह रहा हूँ
घी लगाएंगे मम्मी घी बोलती थी मम्मी लाने में नहीं
अरे
लगा
बटर का मन है ना
बटर की ऑलमोस्ट सेम होता है
अरे तो मैं बोल रहा हूँ ला दे एक बार कौन सी भी कॉल है कि चले जाना एक बार जल्दी
गाना गा रहा हूँ
अरे यार मैं बोल रहा हूँ ला दे एक बार
ठीक है गाना गा रहा हूँ
जा रहे हैं हाँ प्लीज थैंक यू
अभी उसने खाया ही कहाँ है देख।
तुम मत खाइए please।
आम का अचार लेना है, ले ले
ले ले
ये कह रही हम प्रेम से
नहीं वो कह रहा है दिखाना उसका मेरे लिए लेकर
सुन रही हूँ मैं
ला रहे हैं
कैसा है प्रियांक?
बढ़िया है।
मिल गया यहाँ पे? ओ नहीं फिर रहा वो रहा, देख लो सब साफ है।
वगैरह आलू पराठा खाने मैंने खा भैया।
उसने खा नहीं, मेरे लिए मिल गया।
नहीं कह रहा, मैंने भी कुछ खाया।
खुद बनाया दुकान पे और खुद खाया।
नहीं लेकर आया था ना घर पे।
अच्छा
तेरे चाहिए? कह रहा मेरे लिए यार, तू मत खाइए, खाइए भी मत बिल्कुल। मैंने लेकर आया।
तू भी ले ले फटाफट।
मुझे नहीं चाहिए।
प्लेट ले ले, उसमें क्या है?
मेरा हो गया और
कौन, आलू प्याज वाला है या कुछ और है? भाई साहब ने शुरू कर दिया तो लेने कब आएगा? तुझे क्या लग रहा, मैं लेके आ रही हूँ तो बोलता। लो ये ले लो, गरम बना के दो।
गरम दे दो।
चक्कर क्या है, खा नहीं रहा। मैं कहा नहीं तो मैं खाऊं, नहीं खाना है तो कोई बात नहीं। मेरा भाई मैं कहा नहीं खाना तो कोई बात नहीं, मैं खाऊं फिर। कहाँ चल दिया वॉक करने? अरे मैंने वॉच कहाँ रख दी उतार के।
भैया तो घर कैसे बताऊं?
अच्छा वॉक करने ही गया होगा।
कह रहा हूं, वो तो गया वो करने, मैं कैसे बताऊं? मुझे नहीं पता, मजा आ जाएगी।
अच्छा अच्छा ठीक है। पहना दे। चार्ज हो गई क्या?
इसमें चार्जिंग के लिए लगा 30% भी है काफी।
अच्छा, अरे ये बीच में कम बंद हो जाती है ना भाई,
हाँ,
ये लगता है ना।
ये बस देखते रहो,
2
जब
दिन तो मिली नहीं
15-20% हो जाए तो बस लगा दो।
फिर मैं भी जाऊंगी walk करने।
या why
आज तो
not?
लग रहा है ना काफी काम हो गए, बट अभी अभी बहुत सारे बचे हैं अलमारी वगैरह ना।
अरे बिल्कुल डिजिटल वाले काम तो काफी हो गए ना।
हम्म। खाना खाने की रिस्पेक्ट करो, खाना बनाने वाले की रिस्पेक्ट करो, और फोन टीवी बंद करो फिर खाना खाओ। नहीं तो अभी अभी बनाओ और अभी खाओ, चाहे तुम हो चाहे प्रिया हो, मैं हमको। ठीक है, मैंने तुम्हें देखा है, इसको नहीं देखा, लेकिन दोनों को बोल रही हूँ। मुंह में खाना जा रहा है, आंखों में कुछ और जा रहा है, फायदा क्या है? मत खाओ फिर।
भी यार कनेक्ट पहुंचे हम ठीक है आप लोग ना
क्या
मैं ऐड देना चाहता हूं पहले ठीक होंगे कम से कम 20
नहीं तो प्रियंका अगर देखो प्रियंका की वजह से तुम्हें लगे जरा सा भी ड्रॉप तो फिर भाई स्कूटी है इसको छोड़ दो और चलिए सच्ची कह रही हूँ। यही पूरे टाइम रोज बोलने से कोई फायदा नहीं है।
नहीं मैं अपने आप को ये बता रहा हूं हमें भी लेट
हाँ हमें भी लेट ना वो सही है
11 बजे आने निकल
लेकिन जहाँ हमें ज्यादा एक्सपेक्टेशन होती है ऑटोमेटिकली ना दिमाग वहीं पे चलने लगता है।
चलो मैं कैमरा लगा रहा हूं और मैं फिर 8 मिनट में वो कॉल है मेरी
हाँ ठीक है जाओ।
बोला ठीक है ये भी पानी ऑफर होगा ऑफर ही नहीं है नहीं है ये तो सिर्फ एक ऑफर हाँ वो तो
ये कहता है फुल
वो मेटा वाला है यहाँ पे
चलो कुछ नहीं, पीछे एकदम ऐसे हुई ना तो पैर टक गया।
So I have more than 2 years of experience. I started working as a data analyst, and then I was about my primary role over the data analyst was I was working on a dentist client, and we used to make the KPIs in the reports, monthly reports, and we used to process their data. And it was for a dentist client, and then in the same company I got an opportunity for a founders of the role, and then I accepted the opportunity because it was a more learning focused opportunity for me, a new opportunity because there was a new practice they were starting in the same company. So it was a growth opportunity for me, and then post that I joined my current firm where I am working as a growth manager currently, where my primary role is driving revenue scale for B2C brands. Yes, it is the agency. Okay, so my key responsibility here is revenue scale for brand. मतलब मेरा main जो metric बचा होता है CAC, LTV, ROAS, AOV, ये सब कुछ चीजें बचा होता है on daily basis, and इनके हिसाब से हमारे एक्शन होते हैं. And primarily जैसे B2C brands हैं, तो primary focus is on performance marketing, and performance marketing में 80-85% is on Meta, and then remaining 10-15% is on Google. And तो उसमें what is the brand communication which we should be focusing on, and how we can lay out work on increasing the AOV of the customer, be it through bundling of the SKU, or be it through maybe offering tier-based discounting to customers. And the primary focus is always on CM to CM3. It depends on the brand to brand what is their focus, whether they are about to raise funding or whether they have raised funding and they need a month-on-month growth to show to their investors. So some of the brands which I have worked is Gully Tap, Atopio, Cinnamon Kitchen, and Truly Health. What kind of budget you are asking? So Gully Labs and Atopio were on a similar budget, monthly budget, and it was around 50 to 52 lakh per month. Yes. Sorry, your voice is maybe slightly. Can I listen? Can I try to listen? Maybe some issue from my end or some issue from your end. Yes, let me listen and then we can check. Yes, yes, better. Yeah. I don't. I'm still doubtful whether I would, because at all mostly the players are sometimes with get ready or sometimes in the statement we are giving. So yeah. Google for any brand here in Bulgaria, the threshold is 15% at most, because Google is more pull led platform क्योंकि उसमें बंदा सर्च करता है then we showcase and Meta is more force led. हम Meta पे interest के हिसाब से targeting करके we can increase and scale accordingly. So Meta पे it is 80 to 85% of the budget and 10 to 15% is on Google. I don't handle the execution part of the performance, be it Meta or be it Google, but I am day-to-day observing the dashboards and all, and I get into the account. I see the reports, I prepare reports, and I see the numbers. I see day-on-day numbers. I see month-on-month numbers, and I keep a look on the book rate or other some metrics like CPM, CPIR, and then we depending on when we take a decision whether we can scale more or whether we should stop scaling and maybe include some cost cuts or big cuts as and when required because we have a ROAS target in mind, we have a CM to CMC target in mind. So whether if we are able to get a good ROAS and we are still spending a good amount, we usually scale. And whenever the ROAS stands on a 3-day average basis, we usually scale down a bit so as to control and we look at the stages which are working and which are not and accordingly take action whether we need to stop or pause the not working stages temporarily or permanently based on that. So I have not handled the execution, day-to-day execution, taking ad rates and all, but I know how to assess and how to do the analytics and other part of it, how to take decisions based on the performance. You would not say client servicing. I am engaging retention team. I am engaging performance team. I am into all the processes together. I make the best use out of performance team as well. I make the best use out of retention team. Retention is WhatsApp and Google, WhatsApp and email, and I make the best use out of their website as well. Be it in terms of CRO. So what is the website looking like? How we can make the customer journey easier? I observe the funnel-wise customer journey, where the maximum customers are dropping, whether there is any problem we can sort out or something more we can do to decrease the drop rate or all that. So I am working, you can say, touching all the teams. It is not a client servicing role, you can say, because all the team members who get on the call and we get on a bi-weekly call with the client. So it is not a client servicing role, you would say, but the main objective of my role is getting revenue no matter how. So be it through Meta, be it through Google. Suppose if there is a major downtrend in Meta for 2-3 days, and it happens once a month or twice a month for sure in the recent scenario. So we have to engage Google for that time, or maybe increase some spend on Google if possible, or maybe do some retention activity. Like I work on product launches as well with the brand as well. So not a client servicing role, but a more growth and revenue focused role rather than just running performance and other things. Yes. So it is a mix of all. It is not a one statement shift because all have different contribution and operate at different levels. If we have to acquire new users, Meta and Google are primary source for other than the organic. Organic is always helpful in the long term because the CAC is low and the customer is usually more long lasting compared to the one which we acquire through performance marketing, because on performance we call the customer through discount codes or maybe through retargeting or maybe through showing the ad repeatedly on some days as well. On retention, it is more sort of a converting the user which has maybe visited the website but not yet decided to purchase, or maybe added to the cart but not, it is not, the customer or the user is not yet sure whether he should be buying the product or not. So it is a mix of all, I would say, but performance would contribute around 70% of the growth chunk. Because in performance the creative part also comes, which, because nowadays since the Andromeda update, the primary channel of success on performance is through content. How you are communicating about the brand, about the product to the customer, it is the main objective of, or maybe you would say, the channel of growth on performance. Because it doesn't matter whether you are spending 50 lakhs or 5 lakhs, if your content is not that attractive or that communicated to the customer or the user, it would not perform irrespective of the budget you spend. Regarding paid marketing, yeah, for only Google and Meta. So for brands which I am working, like a very reputable sneaker brand. So sneaker brand, we tried the generative engine optimization. We tried it, but it is not working for a brand like Gully Labs. It might work for a flow mattress like brand because people research a lot before buying the right mattress, or maybe investing in a mattress, because the ticket value, the ticket size is large, and it is a long-term purchase. Whereas in a sneaker brand, the customer generally buys once in 1 year or 5 years. And regarding the SEO, yes, SEO takes it plays an important role, but I have not been involved in the SEO process. So as per the Andromeda update, presently also and before the Andromeda update, we were targeting customer based on funnel. We were using top of the funnel and middle of the funnel and bottom funnel. So after the Andromeda update, whether you target the customer as per your understanding, whether you set a persona or the creative, but the Andromeda update operates like whether Andromeda update, if you would summarize in a one-line statement, I would say it is more sort of they are transforming the whole Meta advertising space into a advantage plus ad type, where the Meta would generally consider what they know best about the user who would purchase your product or who would be interested to explore the product which you are offering. So it is more sort of a 70 to 80%, you would say, that irrespective of content bucket or marketing angle, whatever you use to retarget or maybe reach out to users, but Andromeda decides upon their own whether it should be a retargeting ad or maybe it should be a to acquire new users. It depends on Meta. So it is primarily a sort of a advantage plus ads, advantage plus setting. Demand gen from YouTube ads, then after that I couldn't hear. Demand gen from YouTube ads, then after that. So we have seen for PMAX, if you would say PMAX is more sort of like a advantage tool. And the agenda with which Google launched PMAX was the people were not buying the discovery ad space as that much. They were people were not buying the YouTube space that much. So they devised a plan so that we can sound smart, and maybe we would say that we know your ad more than you, and we would play strategically and optimize your ad for best performance. So the PMAX was launched primarily for that purpose. And PMAX doesn't work that well like Meta, because again I would like to reiterate that Google is more demand pull side demand, where the customer searches, or maybe because on YouTube type of ad it is more sort of a discovery or maybe a awareness type of ad objective which works on YouTube. But on search trade query, like a person searching for maybe a mattress, for example, I want a coil mattress, or I want a memory foam mattress. So it is more sort of a person who is looking for it. So the conversion rate and the intent of the customer would be more serious, rather than be showing it on Meta to an unknown user who we are targeting based on their buying pattern, or maybe they have bought previously such high ticket products and all. So it is, as per my experience at Porcelia, it is more easy to scale on Meta versus Google. Yeah, so one question I asked Pradeep because but he is the HR team, so he was not able to answer that. That what are the key metrics or key, I would say, ratios that you observe when you scale? And I see that you are a very you have a very rich experience in performance, both Google and Meta. So I wanted to know, how is your budget split when it comes to performance marketing in Flow metrics, and your general budget split, if you would say from your perspective, and what are the key metrics that you observe on a day-to-day basis, and what would be that one North Pole metric that you would go and scale depending on that, or maybe scale down depending on that? Yeah, if you see that for the past week the mini creatives on Meta have not been delivering like they used to do, or maybe the ROAS is dropping. So what is the coercive action that you immediately take, or maybe what would you suggest that a person should immediately take if the best performing ad has stopped performing the last 7-day average or 3-day average? So what would be the coercive action that you would be suggesting? I would suggest maybe what is the reason of the particular. I would understand the customer persona. Maybe we are reaching to the low intent of the audience. Maybe I would see the trend of the CPM for that particular creative or particular ad set, and I would see whether maybe there is a drop in the CPM, or maybe there is a rise in the CPM, or maybe we are repeating to the same user, or maybe the audience has exhausted. So I would try to bring in fresh set of audience through awareness ads, and then retarget them based on the audience I acquire through the new awareness ads. sometimes we use cost caps as well, but cost caps usage generally it is one of the second last or last measure that we employ, because generally when we use cost caps, the performance stabilizes a bit, but it generally takes us to 3 to 4 days to again go into a scaling phase, even after we remove the cost cap, because the meta takes the learning and then it gradually starts spending, and gradually in the gradual process it takes around 3 to 4 days, and the bit cap is more tight on the cost cap front.